Hello everyone, it's Jordan here, back again with this week's episode on all the physical releases coming to the Switch. We're in the first full week of June, the 6th until the 10th. Remember, once we get to 100,000 subscribers, we're giving away a Nintendo Switch OLED model to one of you, so subscribe. Let's take a look at this week's games. Wonder Boy Collection is one more reason why in games are well on their way to being my least favourite company out there. On the surface, this looks like a fine collection of retro titles in the well-loved Wonder Boy series, 4 in total. That is, until you find out that this is a stripped-down version of a better release that's exclusive to strictly limited games. Yes, in order to make their failing business look better, it has way more versions and games on that cartridge, and it's the only way to get it. Bullshit, you can't even get the good version digitally. Arseholes. Now, Strictly Limited claims their standard version is sold out. In fact, it's sold out within hours. Now get your tinfoil hat on because it's Jordan conspiracy time. Strictly Limited have been known to fudge their stock readings before. I mean, they said their Root Double sold out when, after a year, it still had about 80% stock left. One day, that suddenly turned to sold out. Bullshit. Now, Strictly Limited games do not sell out immediately. They just don't. Doesn't matter how good they are, people are tired of their shit. It's either niche, regurgitated retail, or some weird retro game that only Germans or Brazilians remember. And even when it's a good one, people just don't want to wait 12 months for it. They say their Wonder Boy collection sold out immediately. And it's not like a low print, they said 4,000. 4,000 within a couple of hours is nonsense. Even limited run don't sell that quickly. Is it that popular? No, because in my wild conspiracy, they need your cash put towards the collector's edition, which gives them way more profit on that $1 tat. So if their standard versions look like their hot property, people might jump on board the collector's edition in a panic not to miss out. I don't think it's worked since they still have like 70% left of that one, so at least people aren't dumb. Or they just don't fancy waiting 2 years for it. And that's been your weekly conspiracy rant. It's all alleged. I don't know if it's true. Metal Max Xeno is finally getting a Western release on the Switch. I remember being rather excited about this one when it released in Japan. I know the PS4 version released over here many moons ago, but I want it on the Switch, goddammit. This is a Mad Max ripoff within JRPG gameplay, which sounds like perfection, just about. You roam around a post-apocalyptic wasteland in tanks and stuff and battle mutant monsters. How can this not be perfect? This is the reborn version, which I have no idea what it includes, but I want it. I haven't seen a flamethrower yet, but if this game is as awesome as I assume, there must be a flamethrower mount on your tank to roast those mutants. There must be. And none of our executive producers have chosen this as their pick of the week because they don't know what they're talking about. Don't listen to them. Mario Strikers Battle League is Nintendo's latest big title. They are rolling them out this year. I think we all greatly missed the Mario Strikers series, fantastic fun arcade games. Hopefully this continues that same fun charm that we had on the GameCube and the Wii. It's made by the same developers, so that's a good sign. It's not made by the golf or tennis team. It's made by the Luigi's Mansion studio, and they are fantastic. So let's keep our fingers crossed about this one. There's always a risk of these kind of games lacking in content, especially at launch. Not being a fan of the strategy that Nintendo have been doing recently, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed for this one. Kick that ball in that there net. Pick up and play arcade gameplay, hopefully gimmick free. And our executive producers, Precision Plague, Robotech, Vey, Punky Dooster, God of Resin, Jonathan Rumor, Dane Wilkinson, Issa, Santa Tartaruga, and Viz have chosen this as their pick of the week. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles, is releasing this week. I know a lot of people are excited about this one. Remember when I did that E3 reaction and I talked about literally every single announcement? Well, there was only one that I didn't talk about, and it was this one, and people noticed. Although my excuse is that I had bugger all to say about it. Doesn't bode well for this segment. But look out guys, it's an anime game not made by Bandai. Although it does kind of look like the Ninja Storm series. Well, that's because it's made by Cyber Connect 2. Can't get away from it. It actually looks good with a variety of gameplay and it will be fairly popular, I would assume. And our executive producers, Cartoon Soren, JCross7776 have chosen this as their pick of the week. Alright, the low prints, but before we do, I just want to give you guys an update on my new project, the Suikoden thing, and the later games I'm going to cover. The video is finished. it's done. I completed it like yesterday at the time of recording this. And yeah, it's done, but I still want to make some bonus content for it, and I just want to make sure everything is ready. I've, dotted the I's, crossed the T's and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go for next week, maybe Monday, maybe release it on the same day as this next Monday, or maybe before, a little bit after. We'll see about that. I haven't decided yet, but be prepared. It is a monster. It's like a 1 hour 46 minutes, something like that. It's a bit of a beast. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you can subscribe to a bit more Jordan. That's it. I need to remember my own channel name. A bit more Jordan, because it's a bit more me. And I think you'll enjoy it. I really think you will if you have the time for it. Just take it in, 20 minutes today, 20 minutes, next time. Anyways, the Low Prince. Liar! Yes, Souldiers went up for pre-order last week. I was going to put this in last week's episode, but I only got word about it a little bit too late. I didn't want to talk about it until I was sure. Anyways, this is at Pix and Love. This is a gorgeous looking Souls-like Metroidvania, at least that's what the PR is going for, because who needs originality? It's actually pretty good with nice combat, but the Switch version is suffering from issues at the moment with bugs, performance issues, and super long load times. Anyways, you can pre-order the lovely artworked physical at Pix and Love right now with the standard edition and collector's edition. And our executive producers Grant Cert, Raven Knight, and Santa Tartaruga have chosen this as their pick of the week. Wytchwood, this wood. This is a crafting adventure game where you collect ingredients and make potions and stuff. This sounds rather magical, to be honest. It looks great. It sounds great. Although I've heard it's pretty much checklist the game, which is a modern convenience in gaming I'm growing a bit tired of. Remember when you had to find shit yourselves? Use your brain? Yeah, I never got anywhere in games as a kid, but I enjoyed it more. This looks to be a super relaxing time, incredibly so. You can order this at Super Rare Games, they've only gone and done it again with a ridiculous 4,000 copies. Yes, unlike Strictly Limited, this will sell out fast. You guys better be there on Thursday. And our executive producers, Jennifer M, Parsnip Coffee, they've chosen this as their pick of the week. American Hero! Wait, this is not 4th of July. This is not 4th. What's going on? Limited run, how patriotic can you be? This is a supposedly rather shite FMV that was probably best left to rot in the annals of time. This was originally designed for the Jaguar CD add-on, and we all know how that turned out. But it was cancelled, probably due to a variety of reasons, but after years it was eventually brought back from the dead and remastered on modern consoles. It promises over-the-top action, gut-busting laughs. Sorry PR, but if you promised gut-busting laughs, it's probably not that funny. I'm particularly a fan of the collector's edition, as always, which for an extra $30 you get a pen, a keychain, and a fold-up poster. It's worth about $3 if I'm being generous. And I do love how the outer box has a retro sticker saying free post inside, because they do love mocking their customers. The box art actually is pretty cool though, I will give you that. And our executive producer Brent McLean, he's patriotic, it's his pick of the week. Mercenaries Blaze is another of their releases this week. This is a distribution title, another of the countless Mercenary releases. I've genuinely lost count how many there are and which one this is. I have a triple pack already in the series back when it was fine to release them at retail. Well, these are pretty competent strategy RPGs that try to emulate Final Fantasy Tactics, but don't come near. They're still commendable, I would say. You can pre-order this now at limited run, or you can wait for it to pop up on PM Studios' website when they're trying to get rid of excess stock in a fire sale. It will happen. Alright, the imports, guys. Now, there's nothing really this week. There's Klap, which does not have English. Yeah, Klap. I'm not surprised that doesn't have English, because in England, if you've got the Klap, don't get the Klap. Do not get the Klap. But there is something that I do want to mention. There's two things I do want to mention. Some extra import information. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably know this already, but two things really. Firstly, Mistover. It was announced that Mistover was going to be removed from sale on every digital platform. Switch, PC, the lot of them. You will not be able to buy it next month. But as you may know in the back of your brain, this did get a physical release in Japan and Asia with English. It is quite tough to get a hold of. but maybe you should keep an eye out for it now since it's going to be lost to the ether soon. So if you're a physical collector, this is one that you should probably pick up. PlayAsia, they did say they'd have some stock, but then after I told everybody and about 1 million people tried to buy it, they said, sorry, that was a mistake. So they cancelled everybody's order, I think. They cancelled mine. Pretty pissed about that. Also, it looks like PlayAsia are getting some of their legacy exclusives back in stock, whether through cancelled orders or customer support holdbacks or just reprints. If you missed out on Scourgebringer, Ghostblade HD, Sense, Power Rumi, and Empire of Angels, check the links in the description. They are coming back in their standard editions. Sense especially sold out quickly. It was like gone in like 5 minutes, so don't miss out on that. Check the links in the description and you have a second chance at Sense and shooters and stuff. Good stuff, they're good ones. Alright, the community spotlight. Firstly, me, Pixel Heart were nice enough to send me not one, but 2 versions of Andro Dunos 2, a really fine shooter that I've been told is pretty good by people who know what they're talking about, unlike myself. They've released this on pretty much all consoles, I think, but here is the Switch version with Pixel Heart's exclusive cover art version. Yes, this one is not the retail version, but I know it is off topic, but having the 3DS version, it's actually the one that I really wanted. So I'm really happy to have it in my collection. I love the 3DS, I love the 3D effect, and I miss it dearly on the Switch. So this was an easy choice for me. It is also one of the last 3DS physicals ever made, definitely in Europe, unless someone is secretly holding a new game somewhere. Anyways, yeah, many thanks to Pixel Heart for sending this to me, and if you want to order these from their website, pixelheart.eu, then you can use the code ADD2WATCH for 15% off. Definitely don't miss out, especially that 3DS game. Alright, on to you lot. Alonso Sanchez, thanks for using our links to pick up these, especially Chrono Cross, of course, much appreciated, a big import exclusive. The Esoteric Camel, also, thanks for using our link to pick up some of these. Island is a rather nice visual novel that mixes sci-fi elements with mystery and packs in more twists and turns than you can count. A really meaty story if you're on the lookout for one. Executive producer Vei, our man in Japan, picked up these, 2 of the most recent imports in Loopers and Indigo 7. If you're interested in Loopers, check out our review on VN Paradise. Irina showed off this bunch of great games. My searching skills are up to scratch as I spot both volumes of the Hidden Objects game, 12 whole games over 2 cartridges. What a bounty of riches! Executive producer Raven Knight showed off these 2 editions. Collar X Malice, a rather dark Otome game, definitely one that focuses more on the story than the romance. They're just rather good. Executive producer Instacritic picked up these games. Star Melody, You Made Me Dreamer, is a recent visual novel import exclusive. We are working on a review of it over on VN Paradise, but it won't be for quite a while, I would say. Salt, thanks for using our links to purchase this wealth of Final Fantasy goodness. You can see they got the good version of Final Fantasy X double pack with both games on the cartridge, no download required. Executive producer JCross7776 got in some fine booty. I'm joking, none of these girls have big butts, but they have something else. This limited edition is sold out, but the standard edition is still available if you want it, from PlayAsia. Executive producer Issa got in these games. Bomber Crew is one I always forget about. I totally forgot that got a signature edition. What happened to signature edition? They seem to have slowed down way so recently. Executive producer Cartoon Sorensen in this picture of a couple of games, 7 Pirates and Tasamachi, with its beautiful art book and soundtrack CD which came free. Executive producer Robotech sent in this, showing off their snazzy new light alongside a couple of lesser seen titles like Road 96 and Foreclosed, which is going rather cheap now. Executive producer Grant Cert was lucky to get in the good artwork version of Axiom Verge 2. I mean, it's still not great. You'd have thought a great indie game like that with such great concept could have some absolutely badass art done by a great artist, but nah, F it, that'll do I suppose. Executive producer Punkiduster is back doing what he does best, showing off these recent pickups. I don't see that Mega Man Zero collection too often. I thought it was going to be a pretty huge one, but when it released, we still didn't see a whole lot. Executive producer God of Risen picked up these recently. They got in the collector's edition of The Wanderer, perhaps after my belated review of the game that I did. I did praise that soundtrack hard. Executive producer Thorn Metal Luna sent in these games. They got in Lumos, which is still a European exclusive as far as I'm aware. A very trippy looking puzzle game, well worth a look at the trailer just for the epileptic fit alone. Executive producer Jennifer M sent in this picture. They picked up Busterfellas, which I'm not surprised I haven't seen much here because it's super niche, but it is a high quality otome that if you're kind of interested in the genre, you should definitely take a look at. Dankzilla, thanks for using our links to pick up these Cotton games. You did the honorable thing and bought Cotton Rock and Roll, the good name for the Western Cotton Fantasy, which is a rubbish name. Lencho sent in this photo, being fully cultured with that shack there, plus good old helmets. That was a popular one during the early days of this series, was a bit of a joke for a short time. Frankie, or Frank-Chi, got in these games. Tabe Oja is a weird, like super weird import exclusive. It does not have English, but it's just really weird, almost worth taking a look at. You have this special accessory, like kind of like a Pokemon thing with food, and it's just weird. Executive producer Precision Play picked up these games. Hey look, one of the Australian exclusives there, Aussie Football. I don't know too many Aussie exclusives, so be sure to let me know if any pop out of the woodwork. Alright, let's have a roundup. Ashura G, Minkyu, Kraken, Starvey, Andro Spinella, Black Star, Kel, Alolan Jojo, Golbat Lover, Needless Dragon, Glass Jazz, Demigs, No Face, Hudo, Merciless Switch Collector, Vast Neon, Kraid, and Visipon. Alright, please send me pictures on Twitter, so what about game? You can DM me or tag me in a post and use the hashtag Let's Get Physical. Email, you can send it to switchwatchspotlight@gmail.com or our Discord. The server link is below. You submit your pictures in the submission section, please. Only one picture per week. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Get Physical. Not that entertaining, I'm sorry about that. It's just, sometimes they can't all be special. Special thanks to our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, God of Resin, Boombox, Brent McLean, Jonathan Rumor, Santa Tartaruga, Alexander Cato, Jake Cross 7776, Elissa, Punkidusa, Cartoon Soren, Robotech Z, Raven Knight, Thorn Metal Luna, Parsnip Coffee, Isa, Vay, Mental Traveler, Grantsert, Viz, Jennifer M, Instacritic, Precision, Plague, plus you. Yeah, you watching right now. If you watched all the way through, you are an absolute legend. If you did, send me something that's incredibly patriotic towards America, because American hero and all that bullshit. Alright, please check out some of our other stuff. Please subscribe to A Bit More Jordan. And we've got bargains tomorrow. Yes, I think the new day is going to be Tuesday for that one, because I don't know, to be honest. I didn't ask Juan. He just said Tuesday is going to be the day, so it is. And yeah, be on the lookout for my Suikoden big giant review thingy. Okay, take care. Bye bye.